Good morning, everybody. Oh, happy Sunday. My knee's not happy, though. I did something major to my left knee yesterday with all this working on the mower and working on building our island. This is not staying here. The bird cage comes tomorrow, so this bird cage actually will get removed. This stand here will slide over. Both bird cages will be up on top. We don't know if we're going to move all these guys to this cage and those two over to the new cage, or leave them in that cage and put these guys in the new cage. That has yet to be decided. Then this stand here we're keeping. The other one that was on the end, we threw it out, but we kept the block in wood. I have got to find something to put underneath. These are like a stiff, hard plastic underneath here. I want to find either some sort of rubber. We're thinking anti-skid, which I might be able to pick up from somewhere today. I saw some yesterday at my one work site I was at. So I'll see if that's still available. Just need a little piece to glue to each foot so this doesn't slide around, but that gives us something to work on and not hurt the brand new tabletop. So then this piece here will go right here. That slides over. And that's the game plan. So yeah, I kind of got myself hosed on this deal a little bit. So this one here listed at $141. I didn't pay attention on Amazon. That was not including shipping. $99 shipping, but it still ended up being cheaper than identical models by about $10, $15 with free shipping. So it was definitely a project. Like I said, we didn't put the one end on, and I did put the towel rack on this end. So once this is over there, then I don't think I even showed this, but we got this at Knoebels when we went. Every meal you make, every bite you take, I'll be watching you. Yep, that's Priya. That's for sure. So, but nice thing is it's actually a little bit taller than the actual counters. Because this is 36 inches. I think this is 36.5. Might actually be taller than that because I think they were measuring here to here. Not with the casters on. Because it seems like it's higher than the counter by quite a bit, right? Really. But it's a really nice piece. And the other thing that we did, I've complained about this hallway for a long time with her. And so we swapped the refrigerator and the cabinet, which has this basically our pantry. So it's easier to get through here. So much nicer. You do a Mojo. Wow. Oh, your water dishes are low? Is that what you're crying about? Okay. So yes, we can get through here a lot better now. Honestly, I was very, very nervous with this thing yesterday because it looked like an awful lot of pieces. But in the end, it came out really nice. So at the end, you see me putting these little guys in here. They just kind of support the back. So that was a little bit weird, but actually it was better, I think, than using those little nail things that most of these things have. So yeah, so we made some changes. This is a little bit shorter than what we had. I think we were out to about here originally with this and the other stand. So we lost a teeny bit, but we gained a ton of storage underneath here because we've got drawers for all the measuring cups and stuff. She's still not done yet. The dog stuff is gone down underneath here, so it's not sitting on top. Puppy's got tons of little things, their dog food and their treats, their dental sticks, their healthy treats. But we've got more stuff in that cabinet over there that's going to come over so that we can put more drinks and stuff in there. Because I have a ton of water in the other Harry Potter closet, I call it. But yeah, so that's what we were doing yesterday. I know I didn't go into a whole lot of... I just came home and started unboxing things. It's lucky I even set up cameras to record. Actually, the Action did a really nice job. I set the Action up on the other handle, the Telsen, and I actually put the Joby that I used to use for the shift cam. That ball head is shot because I could move that thing so easy. But nonetheless, it worked for that. And it's a nice wide base. I don't know if I'd want to trust it out in the field that way to stand it up, because that handle's really heavy and that ball has no traction on that. The lock doesn't work anymore on it, so probably just need to chuck that one. I won't buy another one like that. I really liked it initially, but it failed miserably with the shift cam being on it for so long. Okay. I'm gonna get doggies out here for a walk. I have both of them. Terry's sleeping. She didn't go to work last night. She had a headache. But yeah, I boogered up my left knee. I got up this morning and I was nearly in tears trying to come down the stairs. I had basically had to keep my left leg straight and kind of put that one down first and work my way down, really. So coming down just now was probably the best, but that's after ibuprofen, Tylenol, and Aleve. It's my triple threat of pain relievers. So I don't know. It's currently 86 degrees out. Let me get a screen grab and get these puppies suited up for a walk. Well, see, now this is saying 82 and 28 degrees Celsius, but it's actually when I looked upstairs out back, it's 86, and there's no sun right now. It looks like it's pretty cloudy outside. You can see through the heat plants here. Yeah, that's what it looks like outside. Yeah. So I do have to pack up the Dyson. I was cleaning the car yesterday, but I forgot to vacuum in the haste of getting the dogs out. Was trying to find more things on how to fix my sister's mower, and so far I have not found a single video on how to replace the ignition coil. Everybody kind of says about the ignition coil, but never shows it being replaced. One video I did watch, it was basically dirt and fuel. The other thing I want to kind of look for is a replacement fuel line, because I think that one's got debris that keeps, I think it's actually the gas is eating the fuel line and that's what's flowing through. But unlike these other instances with these mowers, hers is doing more of a coil issue, where it heats up and the coil quits working and it shuts the mower off. So I have to find the part, and I need to find a video on how to replace it. So, well, hello there, Bassie Hound. What you doing? You want to go for a walk? Do you want to go outside and go for a walk? Because not really. Sure, let's do that. Boy, it might not be sunny outside, but it is humid. Holy buckets. I know earlier, I'm going to say the dew point's probably at about 82, since it's showing 82 degrees outside. Even on the thermometer up back, it is. Upstairs we're showing 86 though. Granted, they're in a little different locations, so. Alright. So the one problem I'm having with those AirTag holders, both dogs, they keep, the little button keeps popping loose on them. They're not the best design. Come here, Mateo. Mateo, come here. Stop. Come here. These are not the best design ones. I just thought they would work better. They're not going to fall off because I literally ran them both through their harnesses, but this could open up and technically the AirTag can fall out. Even though it's in there pretty decent, it's not the best. I don't know what to do to fix that. Could buy new buttons and actually re-drill it, and cause we did that on his one harness, or his one jacket. Replaced all the buttons on it. It's really not that hard to do. Just need a set of buttons and a little, it comes with a little kit. Pop it together. Ooh, man, that air is thick. It is not pleasant. Although my legs need the heat because my legs are freezing from the air conditioning in the house. I was kind of excited to come out. The rest of my body's like, this sucks. Well, I think I mentioned it yesterday, so I was actually shutting the camera off every time I turned it around. Boy, did that save me a lot of time. I didn't do that in that first clip. That first clip was probably about 7 spins. So I'm going to have some chopping to do. That's alright. I'm a little disappointed, though, in the StarTAC handle and the Telzen handle for battery lasting. Neither one of them seem to be holding up very good. I'm almost leery for next Sunday. on I mean, this one's gonna go, but I think the idea of having the strap on there is nice, but at the same time, the batteries don't seem to be working the best. Right now, this one just seems to constantly charge, even though the camera doesn't. It's really weird, because the camera has its own kind of protection in it. Okay, that's another trick I've had to learn here. Anyway, everybody's done their number 2s, which is good. So this is a successful walk. Wow, that almost came out dirty. Getting back to what I was about to say was, when the mic hasn't connected and I hit record and then it connects, it seems to blast the audio. So anybody that has the Pocket, if you happen to notice that, yeah, you basically want to just shut it down, restart the clip with the mic connected, because otherwise it makes it very, very difficult to get the audio back. You get it. You can just drop it down a little bit, but you can sometimes, even when that, then the audio is kind of low, but you're still getting like a staticky, crackling sound. So, and that's impossible to remove, to the best of my knowledge, but oh man. Yeah, I want to do something with these guys today, but it's supposed to go back to 95, I think, again. And then if the sun doesn't come out, but the shade doesn't even matter because it's cloudy and it's still just suffocatingly humid outside. So not much fun. But my legs are kind of, it's already, the heat's already helping. Maybe, I don't know, maybe my muscles are too cold. That's kind of weird. Flowers are just kind of hanging out. Oh, there's 2 of them. Oh, there the other one is. I don't have the right angle. It's just hanging out in the middle of a pine tree, or whatever kind of trees these are. They're not a pine, but they're more like a shrub that has gotten just let go. They're way taller than they probably should have grown to. Oh, what do you think, Princess? Huh? What you thinking, Duncan? They're actually doing really good right now. They're kind of enjoying being outside. Kind of shocking. They're not like looking at me like, can we go home now? Alright, filming with Final Cut camera here. The one thing I did notice, I said the audio level was much better on this the other night. And right now, the audio is, is good. And I used the front-facing camera the other night, so it didn't really change. It kept using the front microphone. However, if you don't stop recording and you turn around, the audio dims down quite a bit, just kind of like the native camera. So it goes by where the sound automatically started from. So it's trying to pick me up from the other side of the camera. That's why I wish this damn thing would work. I kind of wonder if screen record would work with Final Cut the same as it works with the native camera. So when we get back to the house, I'll hook the white one up. I don't want to mess this one up right now. I've had too many mic problems reconnecting. So, but I do pull this out. I try to use Final Cut camera to get a little more, play with it and stuff. But the native camera, honestly, is just as good. In fact, and it's actually better because you can zoom. And the volume buttons do not control this. That's interesting. Okay, so you don't have volume button control, which is another negative, in my opinion. And not to mention the fact that any you record, you need to actually select and export it to the camera roll. Isn't that fun? It doesn't automatically save to your camera roll. It saves in its own camera roll, which you can airdrop from, but it's not quite the same. Alright. And if you just screen record like this and you shake, there's no stabilization. Just want to get a little bit of a comparison here. I'm going to film with both of these. This is native camera app on the phone. Audio check as well. I'm not gonna lie right now, it feels like this is not gonna focus unless I do that. Then we can get nice and close. I wonder if that's another good question. Does Final Cut camera have macro? Alright, Final Cut camera. Ultrawide seems to be able to get pretty close. Alright. Boy, it seems to be glitching like crazy right now, though. Everything seems like it's hesitant on the screen. Honestly, I'm pretty sure the heat right now is actually affecting this app. This phone is heating up so much, even though there's no sun out. But right in this area, like, as soon as we stepped off into the grass here, the temperature just felt like it jumped. Normally on pavement it does that, but I don't know if the heat index is just climbing really fast, because the sun is peaking, but it's not out. Oh, yeah. Ooh, there's a pretty flower over here. That was really pretty. It's Final Cut camera. Priya's walking underneath me. She broke the flower off. Hey, goober. Guess I'm just gonna have to do it a different way. Let me get my hand out of the shot though. Yeah, it's starting to, oh, yeah, that's not gonna focus. So it seems like you do have macro with the Final Cut camera as well. You know what I don't know? I don't think you have mic zoom with that. So native camera, if you go out to 5x, you get that mic zoom thing. Alright, Final Cut camera. I think your audio stays the same, but I haven't really played with it, so we'll find out together in post. Okay, we're going to try something here because the titanium black phone is actually heating up so much it's dimming everything, and I'm trying to see if it's Final Cut camera doing it. Now granted, this phone has not been updated to iOS 18. This is the 15, that's the titanium color. And I left it on iOS 17 beta. And I have a lot more record time on this device as well. 2 hours and 4 minutes versus an hour and 30 some minutes. Which is kind of crazy considering the fact this phone hasn't really been cleared off lately. But I'm just trying to see if I feel this thing heating up because of this app, or if the other one's just heating up because it could be 18, could be the heat index. I don't know, but this one doesn't seem to be doing it yet. The other one was actually getting jittery in Final Cut camera, but is fine in native, so that could be that could just be iOS 18 having some issues. Now the one downside is I can't set the lock screen to launch Final Cut camera, but I could set the Action key to set it. Right now we're using front-facing camera with Final Cut camera on the titanium colored phone versus the space black. So, for those of you watching, you know what I'm talking about. But for anybody new that might catch in, I really need to get that vlog pulled up and do a separate Final Cut camera video, I think, because I think it'll be helpful for some people to be able to flip through and see it live in use. So far, I'm not feeling any heating with this phone. So, like I said, going back that it could be one of two things. The color of the phone is actually making it get hotter faster, but there's no sun. Or iOS 18 is cooking the phone. But definitely, if you go to the ultra wide, you can get, I'm almost touching those flowers. So you still get the macro with it. That's good for creators. Wasn't really sure if that was going to be a thing. What are you thinking, buddy? What are you thinking? Downside is you're stuck in that lens. You can't switch off of it with this. Which isn't too bad. Volume controls, though, that kind of bothers me that I know you can connect Bluetooth devices, so I'm thinking the shift cam should work with this. I just don't feel like carrying the shift cam in my back pocket anymore. And I'm not sure if you were to hit record and turn the phone around, what microphone is going to start with, if this may be louder. So this is kind of a test of not speaking until I'm in the back camera to figure out the audio. Or if it's just going to be bad from the back camera altogether. We'll find out. Again, testing. There's a butterfly over there. And then we'll come back around with it, continuing to record and see if now this side's lower. Lots of butterflies around here though. Lots of butterflies, enjoying the pretty flowers. Man, when you step off in the grass, that is crazy that it's cooler to be on the pavement than it is to be on the grass. Where's that car going? Are they coming up this way? They are. Okay, you guys need to stay. So the one thing I don't see, probably because you can't zoom in and out with the lenses, is the native app gives you a selection that you can see outside of the viewing area. So like you get to see the ultra wide view to see what your difference is. This one here, though, that's kind of partially a different look. Plus it gives you your amount of record time, your audio bars, your focusing and all that, which I didn't close that stuff down, but it stays open on the screen so you can actually select it. Yeah. Now, Final Cut camera increases the heat. Definitely is raising the temperature on this phone too. Doesn't seem like it's as extreme as it is on the other one. So it could be partially due to the beta software heating the phone up, plus the this is actually using I can't imagine it's using that much more because it's considered a pro app. And I say I've been watching some other YouTubers like, is it really a pro app? Kind of questioning it. I mean, granted, it's the most control Apple has ever given with one of their camera apps, and it's standalone from the native. So some people are saying it's good that they kind of separated them, and other people are like, I don't know. I really don't know if anybody would care that it was built in, that you could actually switch over to it. But the idea is for people that don't want to think, don't want to, you know, I do really one basically adjustment. I was hoping for Bluetooth audio, and I didn't get what I wanted. So, and now the fact that you can't even shut it down with the volume rockers, that seems kind of silly too. Yeah, you press the volume key and it just controls the volume. And I didn't see anything in the settings for that particular thing. So if you're in the back screen, you can click that up and get your settings. But if you're in the front screen, it doesn't give you that ability to close it. So not sure what that's all about. That'd be about the only way you can actually spin around and actually record, would be doing screen recording. But definitely want to see if that trick doesn't work for with the microphone with screen recording and having a Bluetooth mic connected, if Final Cut camera works the same way as a native. You know, actually, that would actually make things a lot more convenient. You'd have the Bluetooth audio, just do a screen record with the camera open. Granted, you'll have all the overlays and stuff, but nonetheless, you can actually flip cameras back and forth. So it's kind of like a secondary trick of how to record, be able to do what Samsung can do and flip cameras. And then you can still have your zooms and everything. Never thought about doing that. Of course, the overlays would probably become a pain in the ass. You'd want to turn grid lines off because that just gets annoying. But it's an option, I guess. So just, you know, this is my thinking every year. We're getting close to September. We're not even in July yet. But, you know, since the 15 came out, everybody's saying, oh, the iPhone 16, what will it have? They need to increase the sensor sizes across the board and the megapixels on the other two lenses. They, in my opinion, they should all be 48 at the minimum. Make everything equal. If that means the camera bump gets bigger, so be it. But the main camera lens should have the 1 inch in that, and then do the 1/2-3 or whatever sensor it is for the other two, and make them 48, and do something with a front-facing camera. You know, they keep leaving that alone, and they shouldn't, in my opinion. Memory-wise, I think they need to go to 2 terabyte for ProRes. This is ridiculous that we have to connect an external device to record 60 frames a second. Now there is talk that there will be a shutter button on the iPhone. I don't believe it, personally, but they did do it with a battery case many moons ago. I think the iPhone 11's battery case, so before they went to MagSafe, had a shutter button built into it, which worked pretty well, actually. It was really sad that that case didn't fit the next device, because there was a time there when you could buy the same, you could just reuse your cases, and now every year you got to buy new cases. That's getting a little bit ridiculous. They've got a form factor. Granted, the camera bump would have to get bigger for my sensors and whatnot, but, you know, you want to... These case manufacturers, they're getting ridiculous. I mean, the average case price, I think, is probably $49, all the way up into the hundreds of dollars. And they don't really do anything different than a $9 one on Amazon. The case that's on this case here, I swear to God, it's got the same amount of magnetism as the MagBack, which cost me like $60. It's just, it's sickening how they, every year you have to get something different because, oh, no, we're making a minute change, but it's not going to fit your last case. Oh, it does remember what lens you were in last, since I was on the 120 millimeter. I still need to do a side-by-side test of the native and the Final Cut with the zoom, because I'm telling you, it's zoomed in way tighter. Back over to the Space Black on iOS 18. Let's see if this thing heats up again. So yesterday, when we were coming around here, these people here were moving out. And I saw the golden retriever in the house, no problem. And some dum-dum decided to open the door, and the dog come running out chasing us down. I was not I was not very happy about the situation. Oh, sorry. The dog watchers walked by. The dog wanted to go out because, of course, freaked the hell out of both of these guys. Priya was going back to attack, though. She was going back to protect us. Because she's a protector. Come on, baby dog. Dear God, it's hot out here. It's just... The air is just so thick. It's hard to breathe. Gotta watch back, because right now, front-facing camera does not show the depth of field. Does that have that? No, I don't think it does. Okay, yeah. So everything on this is going to be clear background. Gotcha. That's why I always use the back camera for the bokeh. Things are looking... Ooh, I managed to switch lenses, I think, prior to hitting record. It's a little breezy out right now. Hasn't changed a whole lot. Well, for like, 3 o'clock in the afternoon? 2:30 in the afternoon. Yeah, we didn't get anywhere. And some sausages for lunch, and some leftovers, and trying to rest my knee. Even though it feels a little better, it's still sore. Kind of want to do a little bit of a wind test, since it's as windy as it is. All the cars are buttoned up, so if it does pour down rain, it's not going to be a big problem for me. Little man wanted to go out for a walk. Pretty sure I switched over to 13 millimeter before I hit record, though. Yeah, I sure did. I managed to hit it right before I hit it. I think that was dumb luck. Yep, right before I walked in the door, I felt a raindrop hit me in the elbow, and sure enough, it's starting to drizzle. Come on, go potties! Get going. It's fine. Get going. Come on, it's going. Go potty. Alright, picked up some tuna burgers the other day. I don't remember what store. I think Surplus. Nonetheless, got them cooking up. Make up a box. They smell really good. Got a little bit of rain earlier, and right now we have some wind. New Hampshire's under a rain delay. Was watching the NASCAR. It's probably my last race I'll be able to see, because my YouTube will run out this week. I think on the 26th. So I started editing. I didn't get to the point of the iPhone with going back and forth to see whether or not the wind production. So I'm a little nervous about being out here, but the wind is kind of calmed down for the moment. So I'm gonna do up these little burgers. Try to flip them here in another 4 minutes.
The salmon patties are that I bought you.
Oh yeah. I think they're in the big one. I think they're near the top. No, I think they're near the top. They got salmon burgers too. That way we just have some things to reach in the refrigerator and grab and heat up and make. I did eat up the rest of the sausage, which was way too much earlier, so I'm really not hungry, but she wanted to have something that, she could eat when she comes home from work or before she goes to work. So that's what we're doing. And they do look yummy, and they smell so good. Alright, that is the salmon burgers to the menu. I'm just going to stick them in the fridge for now, though. Like I said, I am not that hungry. May have a couple ice pops. Okay, well, doing a little test, and I can tell you right now the microphone is connected and is working because I have single channel showing on Final Cut. Now, granted, I don't have flash. NASCAR race just ended. Christopher Bell held off. Quite a few restarts at the end of the race. I do apologize with the titanium iPhone. I'm going to call that the titanium, the silver, or the titanium colored one, and this will be space black. That way we know what one I'm using. I forgot to turn stabilization on, so I want to get these guys out for a walk. We are supposed to get more weather here tonight. New Hampshire got quite a bit of rain, but they put the wet weather tires on, and NASCAR decided to finish the race, and those tires didn't last very long when the track started drying. But I think it's a good test because they can see how the cars will dry the track instead of like jet dryers and stuff. So, but we got microphones now. Okay. Do I want to take the Pocket out with me? Because it's like what, 8:19, so it's plenty of light outside. I don't know. I think we're just gonna play with this. All right. So interesting to see. As soon as I turned off the screen recording, the microphone went back to stereo. Can't record because it'll automatically connect the mic again. But at least you get audio bars and you know that it is working. That is pretty cool. And I want to see something once. No, I got 2 bars instead of 1 now. Okay, so this time it did not switch the audio bars with recording. Okay, it worked that first time, but it's not working now. Let's close the app and reopen the app. No. It is not working now. No, I got 2 bars instead of 1 now. Okay, now we got it working again. You can see the audio bar right there. I just want to see something once. See, it still says this device, and this is where it does not give you the selection, even though the microphone is connected. Alrighty, we are getting out for a quick little walk. Probably gonna leave some of the screen recording in on this, for the simple fact that you can see it on the audio meter if it continues to work. I'm curious if I lock the screen again, if that was a one-off. Did mention we do have some more weather coming through. We had a little bit of a rain earlier. Didn't last very long, but like 9:45 is supposed to be the next one. But you just don't really know what the timing's going to be like here. But what time is it now? 8:26. Oh, we have plenty of light. Since the days are staying light until, 9 o'clock at night yet. Beautiful sky. That is really pretty. What do you think, little dog? Huh? He goes, I don't know. What are we doing? The quick launch. And it stayed. Okay. Alright. So it did stay with the microphone. So I'm going to have to make sure I use both these clips for this. Yeah, I did. I'm starting editing. I'm like, what the hell? Why is this screen so jittery? I never turned stabilization on the titanium one. My bad. My bad. So unfortunately you still have to use the screen recording trick, but that does work with Final Cut Pro camera as well. I just heard a rumble. Look at that sky. Isn't that really neat? Look. It's going to be a long video today. Oh, I felt a raindrop. Well, we got the iPhone out, but I have the microphone outside my shirt, and it is starting to drizzle. I might want to switch that around so the mic doesn't get direct rain on it. So really, what's the difference with Final Cut camera? You can't zoom. Still need to screen record in order to use the microphone. So where is the value in it, really? Audio, I do feel like the actual audio still is a little better than the native app. But if you can do this, then really is it needed? No. No, not really. So, probably, I kind of want to switch over and see what we're going to get down here. Teo's probably not happy with me that we're continuing on, but he needs to do his number 2 as well. So, see if we get any more boom booms and maybe a shot of lightning or something when we're down here. I'm not sure where this storm is at. That is just beautiful looking over there. Love the pattern. Want to get on the other side so I can get beyond the trees and the power lines. Of course, I'm up higher than I'll be to get it, but okay, we're pulling over again. We got you, buddy. And the drizzles have stopped. Alright, switching over to the native camera so I can zoom. See, I mean, that's about the only plus is the fact that you get the little audio bar so you know that you're recording off the mic. But other than that, I don't know. I'm kind of torn right now, to be honest with you. I like the look of that one better. It seems more intuitive with the camera app, but... Okay, you sniffed it. Let's go, bud. Just want to see if there's... Well, now, I'm not running ProRes right now, though, either, because this is set to 4K 60 with ProRes off. I'm going to get a little bit of this sky through these trees here. And we can kind of... And now we can zoom. Oh, no. And I was right. There is no zoom mic on the Final Cut camera app. Personally, I think they should remove it from this one or give you a toggle for it. Because if you want to talk while you're zooming, unless you're connected to a mic, you're gonna have poor audio. I'll just use front-facing camera for this one. Damn it! Twice I thought about it. Oh, and remember the trick too. If you want to try this trick in your screen recording, when you lock your screen, it shuts down the screen recording. You don't have to scroll down and hit stop. You can just lock your screen, and it will automatically stop the recording. Which personally I think is a really nice feature, so you can, end it quickly without having to really think about it or say, oh darn, I forgot to stop that recording. Phone is definitely heating up. Final Cut camera, I think, is definitely cooking the camera, or the back of this phone is like, it's cooling down a little now that I'm not using it. Now I'm using the native camera app. I don't understand why the Final Cut camera would heat the phone up, but it is. We haven't looked at this when did we come down here? I don't think they've even been here since we did, but yeah, so let's just start right about here and look at this sky. You know what? We'll even give you an ultra-wide version, since we can. Maybe for neater screenshots. Unfortunately, the light pole's in my way, and over this way is kind of where I was looking. It is insane, though, to see the difference in detail when you punch in on these clouds from lens to lens. I know earlier I was mentioning better sensors in these, the 2X and the 5X, but oh, the bird flew out of my range. No, there another one flew by. Of course, you do have this little wheel that you can bring back as well. Okay. That's really weird. The white balance just switched off. It's more of a yellowish. That turned it really white. Alright, let's back that up and try that in ProRes. 30 frames per second, but nonetheless, staying yellow. Ish. Still changing it to white. Let's see what Final Cut camera decides. Nope, it's changing it to white as well. That is weird. Yeah, all this right in here is, in my eyes, is like a brownish yellow. It's more accurate over this way, but it's still lightening it up way more than what it is. So that is not what's making noise. Something out there is grumbling, but it must be on the other side of the mountains. We are getting a little drizzle right now again. No sooner did I move the mic back outside my shirt, it started drizzling again, but it is, yeah. As soon as we get down the road a little bit here, it stops raining altogether. I don't think I ever realized that there was actually a countdown timer on the screen recording. I've been kind of letting that go, and I actually had one format in landscape the other day instead of portrait. Whoa! Okay, we got lightning over here. That's a little dangerous. See if we can get to the clearing. Maybe see if we can just hear it for a second. Or not. Definitely was lightning over here. There it goes. Really light, really low sound of lightning. But wow, now I look like super freaking red. It's weird. I'm kind of curious if you can see the light, the rain coming down when the car just came up. His lights hit it. We'll get underneath this lamp here. I do have the mic under my shirt. It's not a real thick shirt, so it's not going to protect it real well. And she keeps pulling me backwards. Keep pulling me backwards, kid. What are you doing? It's getting almost to the point of too dark for the Final Cut camera. It's raining pretty good right now. Come on, Daddy. Want to see if he can see lightning. Let's see if I can see rain first. I'm dragging her. Get another light here. I always found the iPhone really showed rain really well. Of course, with the flash not working on this particular app, you need an external source of light. I mean, it's not like pouring down rain. It's like a little drizzle. All right, now we're to the native camera app. I'm hearing some more grumbling out there. It's coming. These storms have not been coming from the normal direction. Normally, everything comes west from us. And the last couple storms we've gotten, yesterday's kind of came from there, but it actually came more from that. Ooh. Came more from that. Ooh. Ooh. Lightning. Okay, that was a little closer. I can hear the thunder a lot closer. Yes, I know this is... Oop, another lightning bolt. Glad I'm in 60 frames a second here. Right there might be the spot to be looking. Yeah, it's coming from a weird direction, really. Make sure Priya's not near the road. Yeah, and I got the external plugged in too, so I'm not in waterproof mode right now, I don't think. It's kind of having little issues with focusing on the sky. I don't want to move too much because they've been like right in this zone. Yep, like right there. Yeah. Go back to Mike, but down at the bottom you can see where it says 10x Pro, or on my device, but I'm in 60 frames a second, so it has to go to the external. See, if the native camera will record. I don't think the Final Cut camera is recording. The timer's not going. If it is recording, it wasn't giving me a time. Another one. Could stand out here all night long and watch this. I don't think Priya would be too appreciative though. I feel like I'm holding the phone level, but the level's saying I'm not. Of course, I'm on a hill. That's probably what it is. Come on, give me a good one. Kind of under the trees right now, so we're not getting soaking wet. Keep getting those crappy little light up things. And the rain's really coming down. We gotta go. Alright, put the mic away. Still running on the external now. Might not be the smartest thing to do, but just in case one of these comes down. This is supposed to be a tough drive. But honestly, I think the phone would just shut the drive off if it would have gotten to port. Okay, let's go in, Brad. Let's go in. She's like, I'm getting wet, Dad. Alright. Forgot to throw away her duty bags, so gives me one more opportunity to stand out in the rain and attempt to catch lightning. I wonder if I can do it from the back patio. By the time I got a tripod and everything set up, it'd be over. The rain's coming. flashes on. So oh, I'm getting stoked. Come on, give me one. Give me one, make it worth it. It's not going to. It's going to be a jerk. Come on, Mother Nature, light me up. Light a little one there, maybe. Shoot, just missed that one. Good. Alright, flash is now full. Did put the mic in my pocket, so hopefully it stays dry there. Yeah, Final Cut is not giving me any, camera's not giving me any album or anything. So I don't know if it recorded any of the clips onto the external. Can't move. Pulled right down on the freaking external. Yeah, tripod would be the smartest thing to do here, but like I said, by the time I do go get set up, it'd probably be over.